Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're ready for today's English lesson. Today, we're going to go over an expression. But first, if you guys haven't yet and you would like to know when I go live, when I post new videos and quizzes, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want, you can like the Facebook page and you can turn on notifications on both of those, and then you'll know when new lessons are being posted. Okay, hello everyone. Hello, Muhammad. Hello, Tetwin. Hello, May. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so we have a very international group here. So if you want to leave your country in the comments, we can see how many different countries are watching this lesson. So hello, everyone. Okay, so we're going to get into it. We have one expression that we're going to learn today, and that is jump the gun. Jump the gun. Does anyone know what jump the gun means? To jump the gun. To jump the gun. So this expression comes from, do you know, track and field? Track and field. So track and field is a sport where people run on a track, right? So I don't know about nowadays, but in the past, they used to have a little gun. I don't think it's a real gun, but everyone would be lined up, ready to start the race or ready to start their sprint. And the person who says, ready, set, they would have a gun. Ready, set, and shoot the gun. And the gun shot signals the start of the race or the sprint, whatever they're doing. So if you jump the gun, that means you start before the gun is shot. So it's kind of like a false start. You started something too soon, okay? So if you jump the gun, that means you started running before it was time to actually start, okay? So this expression came from track and field. So if you jump the gun, that means that you start doing something before you actually should do that. Okay, so you're acting too soon. You did something too early, too soon. Okay, so usually we don't want to jump the gun. Okay, very good. So I'll show you our big whiteboard that we have. Okay, so here we are. Okay, jump the gun. So I have the definition up here with some similar words. Okay, jump the gun. And remember that this is informal. We can use this in conversation. I would not recommend using it in an email or business email or for a test. This is informal, so just remember that. You might hear this a lot in conversation, okay? So jump the gun. Act before the proper or appropriate time. Act before the proper or appropriate time. So similar words would be act too soon, or over hasty. Okay, so this is informal for acting too soon. Yes, it's kind of more in spoken language. You can see it written down sometimes, but maybe not in official or academic things, right? More in speaking, everyday conversation. Okay, jump the gun. So I have 3 examples. So we can look at these examples. You can get a better idea of how to use jump the gun. All right. So number 1, You met her just 2 weeks ago, and you are already talking about marriage? Wow, that's really fast. Don't you think you're jumping the gun? Don't you think you're jumping the gun? Don't you think you're acting too quickly, acting too soon? So if you just meet someone 2 weeks ago and already talking about marriage, wow, that's really fast. Are you sure? Don't you think you're jumping the gun? Jumping the gun? Okay. Number 2, I don't want to jump the gun by quitting my job before I have something else lined up. So this one might be new for some of you. When you have something lined up, it means you have the next thing ready. So if you quit your job, you probably should have another job lined up already. Okay, another job ready for you to go to after you quit your current job. So I don't want to jump the gun by quitting my job before I have something else lined up. So if you don't have another job lined up, quitting your current job maybe is jumping the gun. You're acting too quickly, okay? So be careful with that. All right, and the last one. He jumped the gun and paid for my plane ticket before I could check my schedule. Okay, so this one might be easy to understand. Somebody invites you somewhere and they already book a reservation or they pay for something. In this case, he jumped the gun and paid for my plane ticket before I could check my schedule. So before I could confirm if I'm available or not, he jumped the gun and paid for my plane ticket. He acted too quickly. Okay, very good. So we have these 3 examples. I hope they were understandable. Jump the gun, acting before the proper or appropriate time. So acting too soon. So if the people who are watching this now want to make an example and put it in the comments, I can put it up on the screen and we can look at your examples together, okay? So please write a sentence or think of an experience you had when you jumped the gun or when somebody else jumped the gun, and please write it in the comments, okay? Jump the gun. Let's see what kind of examples you guys can think of. It's a very interesting expression, I think, because we have a lot of expressions in English that come from sports. Like jump the gun is from track and field, and we have a lot like with baseball, things like that. So maybe I'll do a lesson on those, okay, sometime. But if you guys can think of an example of jumping the gun, please write it in the comments, okay? And if you have some questions, I can try and answer them as much as I can. Okay, very good. Yes, so Devashka asked, informal means spoken language? Yes, so informal or casual English is mostly used in spoken language or, between friends or family members. So not on official documents or on the news, things like that. Okay, very good. Oh, happy Women's Day. Is it Women's Day today? I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm jumping the gun when I solve the exam before the teacher gave us the order to start. Yes. So if you start writing on your exam before your teacher says, okay, you can start, you would be jumping the gun. Very good example. Yes. Okay. Excellent. I want to jump the gun in your online training IR education. So jump the gun usually is not something that we want to do. So maybe if you want to do something very quickly, sometimes that can be a good thing. But jump the gun is acting before you should. Okay, so usually we don't want to jump the gun. Very good. Okay. I jumped the gun when I paid money before I received my product. Yes. So maybe in your sentence, I would just correct it because of the first part. I jumped the gun is in the past tense. So I jumped the gun when I paid money before I received my product. Very good. So yes, if you pay money in advance, and maybe you're not sure if it's a trustable source and you pay money, but you didn't receive your product yet, you might have jumped the gun. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Mom didn't know the cost, but she paid too much to the waiter, and the waiter didn't repay the extra. Mom was jumping the gun. Yeah, so if you pay too much and they keep the money, you might have jumped, your mom may have jumped the gun by paying before she knew the cost. Yes, that's kind of acting too soon. Oh, it's probably $20. But it was actually only $10. You kind of jumped the gun. Very good. Before COVID-19, maybe before COVID-19 hit Myanmar, I wore masks wherever I went. My friend said, I jumped the gun. You can say, my friend said, I jumped the gun. But I thought protection is better than cure. Oh, very good. Very good. So, yeah, some people might say when COVID-19 hadn't reached some countries yet and people were being extra careful, some people could say those people were jumping the gun. Hey, you're acting too quickly. But in this case, it was probably a good idea. Very good. Okay, we'll do one last quick one because I have to go teach another lesson. Let's see. Very good. You just met her. You just met her, M-E-T. You just met her and you start criticizing her behavior. You don't think jump the gun for, maybe you mean attitude. Yes, so if you just meet someone and you start criticizing them right away, you might be jumping the gun. Hey, just wait a second, slow down. You don't know her that well. You should get to know her before you criticize. Very good. You're jumping the gun. You're acting too soon. Excellent. Okay, so I have to end the lesson here today now. If you want, there will be another lesson on YouTube later. So if you can subscribe, that will let you know when the lesson is available, okay? So I hope you are looking forward to that lesson later. And there will be another live lesson on Facebook tomorrow, okay? So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys keep leaving some examples in the comments, okay? Very good. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again in a few hours. Take care, everyone. Bye.